Normdrum. Well, there you go. All right, I tell you what, tonight's host, right, as for having her on the show, I don't believe it. It's unbelievable. Your gracious Royal Majesty. God, I'm so nervous. Oh, sorry about the hand on your knee. How's your mum and Phil the Greek, okay? Oh, God, Molly, you twit. Oh, look, okay, listen, look, here's a new clip from Boss Cags.
Jojo dig those flashing lights, 100 games and
now, settle down, boss. Settle down, boss. Oh, well, there you go. Now, actually, I mean, like, speaking of Olivia, oh, I think my nose is broken. I mean to say, Xanadu, right? And Magic, right? She's an Australian, right? And her and ELO, you know, like, I mean, wow. And dancing with, what's her name, Donald O'Connor, because, like, and Don't Cry for her, and a great ambassadress, and I couldn't stop kissing her, and et cetera, et cetera. Would you believe some people want to knock her? Well, I don't. And Mr. Bob Geldof, no, actually, I tell you what, how anyone can come on the show, right? How anyone could sort of say that about Olivia's legs, like to say Olivia's legs are thicker at the bottom than they are at the top. I mean, of course, like, an actual fact, they're the same all the way down. Olivia, I love you. I tell you what, speaking of fabulous movies, which Xanadu is even more unbelievable, The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, boss, on the face! On the face! Okay, like, boss, now what is the matter? What is the matter?
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing?
Well, there you go. All right, Mr. Billy Joel. Now, don't forget those tour dates for James Freud. James Freud. Adelaide, the Perth, 23rd something, Brisbane, the Horden thing, etc., etc. Well, there you go. All right, okay. And speaking of dates, Elton will definitely be touring in December. Or March, or 1983. Oh, God, let it be soon. No, actually, I mean, but not with Rod, because having the both of them down under. And Elton's new album, sort of, you know, like, sort of, what an album, what a title, what goes on in Elton's John. Well, there you go. Well, there I go when I'm there. And don't sort of forget, next week, right, don't forget, it's the finals of the fabulous Breaker Moran Dance Contest. And speaking of breakers... Oh, no, boss, off the sharp end of the guitar. A clip from Boz Skaggs. Oh, I think I'm ruptured. I mean, I think so. I really think so. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. And next week I'll have the vapors again, so there you go. Okay, listen, okay, look, all right, I sort of got myself sort of in trouble, right? Because you try going around the world every 3 weeks. I mean, like, you know, like, I don't want to upset anybody. Molly, you idiot. Okay, like, I apologise for what I said about John Paul Young being sort of, you know, dead, and Skyhooks being a great backing band for Kamal and Marsha marrying the village people. Okay, all right, I apologise. I mean, what can I say? What's the point of having all this power if you can't use it to direct people's careers? And speaking of thick lips, we've got the Rolling... Well, there you go, Mr. Keith Richards. Don't take drugs, Molly says. Naughty. The Rolling Stones with the emotional... Emotional wrestling.
Welcome to your emotional rescue.
Well, there you go. Like only the ABC can play Mick Jagger at the wrong speed. Like, don't take speed either. And speaking of chartbusters, what can more say?
Oh, to make you understand, babe.
I won't let you guest host next week. Oh. What sort of a name is Boz Skaggs anyway? What are you, a new Australian? Oh, tough guy, hitting a person with a lady's name. You know, Ian, like Janice Ian. You might be a star, but I'm a talent coordinator. I mean, who made Australian music what it is today? Who broke ABBA? Who broke the neck? God, I think you've broken mine. You'll never work in this country again. And you lot can stop waving your bloody arms.
Oh, Mommy.
Like, I've got power. I can make any record a hit. I can pick up this record here at random. Who's it by? Norman Gunston. Now, there is the one guy in Australian pop music that has never poked fun at me, never sucked up to me. A true friend, and such a talent. I should make this record a hit out of sheer gratitude. I will. I'll play his film clip every week. I'll have him on as guest host every week. What's it called? Normdrum. Probably an instrumental. The Kiss Army. Great, I love it. First week in the national top 10 at number 1, Mr. Norman Gunston. Well, there I go.